Yes, master.
All right, everybody. Houndstooth. Let's dive right in, okay? First of all, this is Bossk's baby right here. The Corellian-made ship that is owned by the Trandoshan, Bossk. He is a tank, and so is his ship, which makes this ship instantly meta. It's got a ton of great capabilities. It's a tank ship. There's very few tank ships in the game, so obviously being able to have another alternative to Biggs Darklighter or Sunfag in that tank regard is huge and tremendous. Let's go ahead and take a look at the abilities here. The crew ability is Houndstooth gains 25% protection up stacking whenever it takes damage from an enemy attack. While not taunting, it has plus 50% tenacity and gains plus 25% turn meter whenever another ally takes damage from an enemy's attack. Attacks that deal damage multiple times will not trigger these effects more than once. When Houndstooth loses taunt, it gains taunt for 1 turn if an enemy is breached. While Houndstooth is active, breached enemies have minus 25% evasion, and we'll get into what breached is shortly here. So again, this is a tank that gains protection up whenever it is attacked. Meta. Instantly meta. I'm telling you, the trend continues. So, Tooth and Nail deal physical damage to target enemy and dispel all debuffs on Houndstooth. Houndstooth recovers plus 10% health and 10% protection if it has taunt. Again, in going with the theme of keeping the tank tanky and well protected with health and protection, this is another ability that is going to continue to help that. It also dispels all debuffs on Houndstooth, which is fantastic, especially against a debuff heavy lineup like the Geonosians and things like that. So let's go into the next ability here, which is Devourer of Prey. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict breach for 3 turns, which can't be evaded. Houndstooth gains taunt for 2 turns with this attack. Breach basically equates to minus 25% speed and minus 25% defense, which in ships is a huge deal. So you're going to want to start off your attacks with this ability here. And again, this is a fantastic tank. Great addition to the game because, again, we haven't had many tanks to this point. For those of you that are sick and tired of running Biggs Darklighter for eons now and sick and tired of running Sunfag, you have an alternative option now. And it's tied to a fantastic and really cool character in Bossk. If you put him in tandem with other ships, Empire ships, in my opinion, because right now I think that that's probably the best synergy that he has, because there is no bounty hunter or scoundrel synergy to this point. That may change down the road. Who knows? Cad Bane did have a ship, things like that. So there may be that one day to look forward to. But for the time being, I'd have to say that he works pretty well from my testing to this point with the Empire and a Grand Admiral Thrawn capital ship. I have seen some of the testers or some of the game changers testing him out with the Geonosians as well. I don't really know how that's working out, but obviously Breach is a fantastic debuff that he brings to the game, and it's the first time we've seen it. So in addition to being minus 25% speed and minus 25% defense, when you use this attack, Trandoshan Barricade, all breached enemies will be also minus 25% evasion. So for high evasion ships like the Imperial TIE Fighter, this will be a great counter to that. So let's get into the reinforcement ability here. and it is Secure the Hunt, which is grant all other allies plus 25% tenacity. Other bounty hunter allies also gain plus 5% counter chance stacking whenever they resist a detrimental effect. So obviously that's only going to be applied to Slave 1 and Boba Fett because he's the only other bounty hunter ship that we have at this point. But obviously, as I said before, there are other bounty hunters that have ships. All the bounty hunters have ships, so as they add more ships to the game, I'm sure we'll see, you know, Cad Bane's ship at some point, and possibly more. So this could be the start of a cool bounty hunter synergy. You know, we'll have to wait and see what other ships come to the game. Right now, obviously, like I said, there's only 2, but it is a cool ship, another tank, and again, I have to stress the fact is that adding another tank that stacks protection and health and does any kind of damage is instantly going to be meta in ships. And wow, have we needed a meta ship for quite some time now. I know there are some pretty decent ships. I do think this is going to be a better ship overall than the Sith fighter. And that's it's probably going to be the best ship out since the TIE Reaper. So it's a fantastic overall ship. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive into battle and see how the Houndstooth fares in a fleet arena match against a Geonosian squad with the Grand Moff Tarkin capital ship. So we're going to go ahead and start off working on Geonosian Soldier. Continue that trend here with Vader and just kind of chip away there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and breach Sunfac because that's going to give him minus 25% defense and speed, and that defense, hopefully that minus 25% defense will give us a little bit of a better opportunity to kind of chip away at that tankiness that is Sunfac. Use area of effect here. Again, every time they're attacking, when they're attacking here, we're getting stacking protection up on Houndstooth, which is great. Just keep working on Geonosian Soldier here. Hopefully take him out with that, and we do. That was fantastic. Now they're going to bring in the TIE Advanced. Okay, so let's bring in our own ship. And let's go ahead and bring in okay, let's bring in the Scimitar, and now we're going to use Slip Through here and stick that on Houndstooth, even though at the moment that probably wasn't such a good idea. Okay, so now that the target lock's on him, I'm going to go ahead and dispel that taunt. Okay, let's buff the team while debuffing them simultaneously. Okay, let's keep working on Sunfac. Hopefully we can keep chipping away a little bit here, and that takes Sunfac out, which is fantastic. Now we're going to work on taking out the TIE Advanced because we are coming up on the ultimate ability here for Grand Admiral Thrawn. Let me bring in Boba here because we have 2 target locked enemies here. We can go ahead and get a double whammy going here. Nice. Okay, almost take out that ship there. Almost take out the TIE Advanced. Oh, takes out 3 ships there. Not good. Takes out the Houndstooth. Not what we wanted. But now we're going to take out the Umbaran Starfighter here, and we're going to boost back up the Scimitar. Okay. Now I'm going to slip through here on Imperial TIE Fighter. And we're going to work on... Oh! Taking the victory by destroying Geonosian Spy. So, defeating a Geonosian squad with Grand Moff Tarkin. This is probably one of the more meta teams that you're going to see out there right now. With the Houndstooth basically taking the brunt of the damage the entire time. Now, there was a very good display there of being able to take out 3 characters at one time there on the defensive side. So you can see why the Geonosians are very effective and why they played well against my team. But you can see that Houndstooth definitely, kept the team protected with, his continuous protection up throughout the course of the match, kind of keeping the team safe. Now let's go ahead and try. I've seen a couple of them run mostly Empire teams with Houndstooth, but I've also seen one Geonosian team here with Houndstooth. I'm not so sure how that's working out, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look against another Imperial team here. We're going to run against the Tarkin Houndstooth, and we'll see what that looks like. But interesting first encounter. Let's see what the next battle looks like here. Okay, not starting off too well here, but this will be good for us. We're going to go ahead and try to take out TIE Silencer here, at least to start off with. Okay, basically avoiding that breach there. They didn't stick breach, nor did we. Okay, now the area of effect should take out the TIE Silencer, and it does. Fantastic. We're going to keep working on him, but now our Vader is going to dispel that taunt and that protection up, which is awesome. We're going to stick target lock there and stick ability block on there. Okay. And now I'm going to work on Poe Dameron here. Get Poe out the way. Let's bring in the Scimitar. You slip through on Houndstooth. Keep working on Poe's ship. Just take Poe out there. Nice. Okay, and Houndstooth is going to counter, which is great. Again, stacking protection there, protecting the team. He's going to keep doing damage too. Not too bad. Not fantastic damage, but enough damage to be, I'd say, serviceable at the very least. Let's go ahead and work on the TIE Advance there, taking that ship almost out there with that attack. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Now we're going to keep working on Sabine here and the Ghost. Sorry, the Phantom. Okay, let me try to stick breach here on their Houndstooth. Alright. Lots of debuffs out there. I think it's time with the double target lock to bring Boba Fett in and just kind of get this double attack going here, get a double whammy going. Now I'm gonna keep working on Houndstooth, even though Houndstooth keeps stacking that protection. We're eventually going to get into that there. We got to just keep working on it. Oh, here comes the Falcon. Oh, that's Lando's Falcon. And that's not good. Lando's Falcon just basically came in and just did our whole team up right there. Lando's Falcon's pretty good. I have to say, I mean, that was pretty amazing. Okay, now let's take out their Houndstooth and kind of revive our Imperial TIE Fighter. Now we're going to work on Lando's Falcon, which is, you know, the downside, a pretty squishy ship. So we'll be able to take that out. And then now it's just us and the Phantom, and I think that we have this one in hand. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bang that ship out of here, and there we go. So not bad. Again, that opponent was okay. You know, I could see how that worked. Lando's ship, I think, you know, pretty much put that team back in order there. There was a lot of attacks there that got called in, so that was pretty cool. So as you can see, ladies and gents, the Houndstooth has its place in the meta instantaneously and automatically vaulted up to one of the top ships that I have, period. So it's a very tanky ship. It's got a ton of synergy with some of these other ships because of the fact that it's obviously a tank. So I mean, being able to protect the rest of the team, stack protection, it's going to work with a lot of teams, and it's going to be great with a Grand Admiral Thrawn ship. It could work with a Grand Moff Tarkin ship. It really could work with any capital ship. I think it would work okay with an Akbar ship, but I think the best place we're going to see it, because the best ship synergy period as far as between Empire and Rebels, I think, is going to be the Empire right now. I think it's going to work best there. So I think behind maybe you know, some Imperial TIE Fighter, you know, with an Imperial TIE Fighter and maybe you know, a Vader. I think that's probably going to be the best you know, starting lineup with this ship. And again, that's just me giving my first impressions, and I'm not playing on a live arena shard right now. I'm playing against other game changers that have maxed out ships, so we're just kind of playing around at the moment too. So there may be other discoveries that come over the next few days as people dive more into the Houndstooth. But I just wanted to give you guys a first look at the Houndstooth tonight, so you can see how awesome this ship is and how it's instantly going to be a ship that you're going to want to obtain. So you know, I don't know if you're going to be able to make the investment on this ship. Obviously, if you're not going to, you may want to go ahead and unlock the ship and then start to work on, you know, obviously your Bossk, you know, farming him from the hard nodes and gearing him up, because obviously Bossk also adds a layer of value to you in dark side territory battles for your bounty hunter missions, and now he'll be able to add a layer of value to you in the ship arena as well. So that gives you just an extra reason, if you didn't already have one, to farm that character and at least start working on his gear and start working on this ship, so whenever that time does come, you can work on it. And again, I haven't really tested the ship at 4 stars yet, so that may be another avenue as well. If you're willing to buy that $9.99 pack, start farming the Bossk shards and kind of start working towards a 4-star Houndstooth, that could still be meta as well, and I could see that definitely working, especially with the stacking protection, because that's a mechanic that's going to work regardless of the star level. So still early to tell, but you know, it definitely should be fun to find out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like and do subscribe if you haven't already. May the Force be with you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.
Yes, Master.